Hi again. Happy Saturday. I've got something to show you today. Look at my hair's a bit weird, isn't it? I've been out, that's my excuse. It did look okay before I went out. I've just been to the post office. I had to post some dolly clothes that somebody bought from me. Still got the dollies, but the dolly clothes, some of the dolly clothes have been sold. So, I was hoping that a lady who inquired about some hats and fingerless mittens would come back to me, because I didn't really want to go to the post office twice this week while I've got the dogs and I'm on my own, but hey ho, these things happen, don't they? Maybe she'll wait until next week. Anyway, what have I got to tell you today? My book arrived. It did say it wasn't arriving until the 25th, which my birthday. I thought, well, that would be good if it arrives on my birthday. It came today. Now, having said that, it's a retro crochet style book, but it's very much for the younger people, you know. People my age don't really wear granny square shorts. Well, I don't know about you, but not me. Anyway, well, what am I wearing first of all? I'm wearing a cardigan, which I have got the pattern for. It's an old pattern. If you get dead interested, I can tell you. In fact, I was looking at it only this morning. I think it was a Hayfield pattern. And I'm wearing my yellow beads. Wouldn't be me if I wasn't wearing my beads, would it? Yeah. Anyway, I'll pull the camera a little bit closer. Not so that you can see my ugly mug, but so that you can see the book. Yeah. It's called Retro Crochet Style by Savannah Price. And that's the book. I believe it's a fairly new book because I pre-ordered it and it's kind of only just arrived, yeah. She's got a very nice inscription in the front because she's put, to my mum, you can tell it's American, can't you, mum? To my mum, whose selflessness knows no bounds, thank you for loving me and my work. You are the reason that this book exists. So she does say that, you know, she's got a lot of how to use this book and things like that, that they're all done in a 4-weight, which, you know, sort of messes me up really. I'd have to use double knitted and make it bigger if I was doing it, or use Aran and kind of make it smaller. So the first few pages are kind of how-tos and whatnots and stitches shown. This one says, a day in the park. It says, handmade garments help you cool down instead of heating up, especially if you're using cotton yarn. Now this is pretty if you're a sweet young thing, you know. It's a pretty little skirt. If I was in my 20s, I would probably wear a pretty little skirt. So we shall see. I don't think I would have worn the flower rolls. I don't think that they would have been me even when I was younger. Although I did wear what they call hot pants. But they were made from fabric, not from granny stitch crochet. Yeah. So we shall see. I mean, they give you quite good instructions on how to sort of put your shorts together. So, you know, even if you are kind of a beginner, it says 15 beginner-friendly patterns to create your vintage-inspired crochet. So if you are a beginner, she does give you quite detailed instructions on, you know, even how to put the straps on and how to fasten the buttons on. Things that a beginner does struggle with, really. This one is called the Sunbeam Skirt. Its breezy structure allows for movement because it's quite open, really. So I would call it a breeze running through its structure. You'd have to, well, you could wear shorts, I suppose, underneath it, couldn't you? Otherwise you would be showing your underwear, wouldn't you? Sweet young things may want to show their underwear. I'm looking at it from an old person's point of view. Oh, Rosie's jumped up. I do hope she's not going to start barking. Where have I got a funny piece of hair there? I don't know. The Gardenia Vest. Create your wearable garden with the Gardenia Vest. Simple construction with floral finishes across the front and the back. It's perfect for beginners to expand their knowledge. Now, I quite like that. I mean, the colour's not me, as you know. But it is quite pretty with all the little flowers, and it's actually got leaves or stems embroidered, I think, as well. So that would be a nice easy project for someone who's, and it actually, the patterns in this book do go up to a 60-inch bust, which should accommodate most people, from a 28-inch chest, I presume, up to a 60-inch bust. So do not worry if you are a larger lady or a tiny lady, you seem to be covered in this book. Yeah. A spring fling shorts, instantly wearable and easy to construct. High-waisted spring fling shorts are the perfect, can't get me teeth in today, elevated staple. Once again, they are very, very pretty if you've got somebody young or not so young and you don't mind wearing things like this. There's probably jealousy on my part that I can't wear things like this. Yeah. But still, once again, she gives you very comprehensive instructions on how to put your shorts together, which is quite good because a lot of patterns don't. They just say sew the squares together, don't they? They don't tell you how, which if you're a beginner can be quite, you know, a conundrum. That's a big word for a Saturday, isn't it? A conundrum. This is the Ophelia skirt. We seem to be having a theme, don't we, with this green colour. Once again, very pretty if you've got the legs and the whatever to wear something like that. Again, lots and lots of instructions on how to put it together and how to do the drawstring. Oops, the daisy. This one I do like. It's called Dress to the Nines. If I made it a tiny bit longer, that is something that I would wear. I can't wear anything to the waist, because when you're my age, your widest bit is either your tummy or your backside, yeah? So you do want things just that little, not too long, I'm not talking about down to the ground, but not to the waist. I think I'd have to have it a little bit longer. Now, I'm sorry, but these do not float my boat. I'm sorry, but they don't flatter. You know, if anybody was going to a festival, maybe they would like to wear this sort of thing, but, you know, crochet trousers have never been my thing. I did get asked once to make a pair. In fact, I did make a pair for someone once, many moons ago, yeah. Once again, she does give you lots and lots and lots of instructions on how to put these trousers together, should you so wish. And I think they do come in a variety of sizes if you are bold enough, if you are plus size to wear something like this. They do go up to the waist measurement of 65 inches or 165 centimetres if that is your want. So personally, I don't think I'd like to see anybody with a 65-inch waist wearing a pair of crochet pants, but that is my opinion, not the opinion of the world. This one is very similar to the other one, except it's got bell-bottom sleeves, if you can call them bell-bottom sleeves. Once again, I do like it, but I would have to put another row of squares around, you know, the bottom of the waistline. I'd have to have it just that little bit longer. I mean, it is, the whole book is like a retro collection. It's harking back to the 60s and the 70s, so if that's your thing, you know, then you will like this book, yeah. As I say, she gives you extremely good directions on how to put everything together, how to do waistbands, how to do everything. So, you know, she is catering for anyone who's not too confident with the crochet. This one's called the Daisy Days dress. This one's just got the squares around the bottom, and then it just seems to be fairly straightforward. It looks like it's a sleeveless dress. Oh, no, it's got, oh, I didn't realise the sleeves were crochet. I thought it was over the top of a blouse, but the sleeves are actually crochet as well. I don't think I'm keen on them. You put your fingers through. Oh, well, no. Once again, I'm old-fashioned. I was dressing in the 60s in those kind of styles, you know, but, you know, I've never been good at putting flowers together, but she does explain. My niece once asked me to make her a scarf that was like big flowers like joined together, and I had to give it up. I wasn't very good at it, I'm afraid. Those of you who think I can crochet anything, you're sadly wrong, I can't, yeah. Countryside cardigan is a simplicity found in the countryside. It's a versatile layering piece that you could wear all year. Once again, it's very, very basic if you are a beginner, and it covers a lot of sizes. It goes from 34-inch bust up to a 66-inch bust. So no matter what size you are, you should be incorporated in that. Unless you are truly one of these ladies on my £600 life. But even then I think you would be. You wouldn't be any bigger than a 66 bust, would you? I don't know these things. Right. Gelato sundress. Simple to make, elegant to wear. The gelato sundress is made for crocheters who are looking for a mindless project that ends up in a beautiful fashion statement. Well, we are all, aren't we? We're all looking for something mindless that finishes up looking glam. So there we are, a sundress. You could make it shorter if you so wish to show things off, or you could make it longer, I presume, if you wanted to cover your knees. All would be. And it's got little straps at the top, yeah? I mean, if you had to wear your underwear, you could always make a wider strap, couldn't you, to cover the straps of your bra. Once again, it goes from a 34-inch bust up to a 64-inch bust. So you are all, well, most ladies would be covered with that. Yeah, I don't think I like the shoestring straps. You know, you'd have to walk about braless, wouldn't you? Which I wouldn't think would be a good look if you had a 64-inch bust, you know. But never mind. That's just me. That's just me. But again, she is very good with her instructions on how to do things. Now this I do like, although I wouldn't make it quite so oversized. It's called Keeping Out the Cold. As the seasons change and falling leaves are covered with blankets of snow, I'm often tempted to stay curled up by the fireplace. Well, so am I. But anyway, this is a nice cardigan. It's a little, I would make it a little bit more form-fitting than that. But younger people seem to like the oversized things, don't they? But I do like the idea of the squares. I mean, the colours are not me, as you know, but, you know, it's that. This is called, oh, I think it's Bucur. B-U-C-U-R. Bucur sweater. And it's done in stripes. It's shown on a guy, but you could easily put it on a lady. That's an easy one if you're, you know, a beginner. Once again, it covers all sizes, and it actually goes up to a 70-inch bust. That would cover everybody, wouldn't it? But it doesn't start until a 36-inch, because it's supposed to be a guy, I think. And they think most guys have got bigger chests than 36, don't they? But if you like wearing your things oversized and you were slimmer than that, I suppose you could use the 36, or perhaps use a smaller hook. Yeah. I should say all these patterns in this book are in number 4 weight yarn. Yeah. Right, off the grid sweater. It's classic fit with geometric pattern. Makes it wearable and a comfortable unisex design. So let's have a look. Oh, now this one goes from a 34 to a 66, but quite frankly, I know I'm not a tiny lady, but that lady would put me off. I'm sorry, I know I'm being sizist. I know I am, but I don't think I would want to think I looked like that in a sweater. I'm very, very sorry if I'm very rude to you, model, but she is a little bit on the big side for modelling, I think, yeah. But it does give you, like again, comprehensive instructions on how to do it all with the squares and stuff. Patchwork Patty Cardigan. Patchwork Patty Cardigan was the first thing I ever crocheted, not me, this lady. I designed it myself, and at some point, while I was making 84 squares, I fell in love with crochet. This design is named after my grandmother Patricia, who always had a dream of being a fashion designer. I had one once, yeah. This one has only got 5 sizes, and it starts at 47 up to 67. It's because it's an oversized type of cardigan, I think. You know, if you're a smaller person, you'd have to want to wear it baggy, yeah. But you could always adjust. With crochet, there's always room for adjustment, isn't there? You could make your squares slightly smaller by using a smaller hook. It said this garment is designed to be worn with up to 16 inches of positive ease, yeah, depending on the size you're making. But I would presume they tell you what size each square is, so, you know, they give you the grids and everything. So, you know, if it was me, I would make my squares slightly smaller, yeah, because I don't like things too oversized. I don't want them tight, but I don't want them too oversized, yeah. Once again, she shows you how to put them all together. Right, where are we up to now? Oh, I didn't realise it had a collar. Apparently it has a collar. Didn't realise that. This next one again is meant for the guys, I think, with the sizes. Oh no, it goes from 34 up to 58, so it would be unisex. It's called the Letterman sweater. The collar looks a little bit iffy on this one, but you could always adjust that. You could make it into a neckband, or you could make it into a bigger collar. I think it has a little, I mean, they give you, like I say, loads of instructions. This is the one thing I do like about this book, is it gives you tons of instructions. It gives you the collar size, but as you can see when he's wearing it, the collar flicks up. So I think I would have to make that collar a little bit longer so that it actually stayed down into a collar, yeah. Right, we're back onto patchwork again. A secret garden sweater. What better way to fulfill your patchwork dreams than by making a sweater with 2 different kinds of squares? Once again, it's a cropped sweater, so I'd have to adjust. It goes from a 30-inch bust up to a 70-inch bust. There's only 5 sizes, but that incorporates all the sizes. I'd have to make it a bit longer. You know, crop sweaters are not my thing. But it is a thing, if you don't want to do all these colours in your patchwork, you've got every alternate one is a plain square, yeah. So, I think we're nearing the end now. Are we nearing the end? Yes, we are. It gives you all the crochet techniques. It gives you instructions for customising your garment, which I presume is how to make it a bit smaller, how to sew it together. She's got pages and pages and pages of, you know, crochet stitches, how to make the granny squares, you know, how to make everything. She's got loads and loads of, you know, pages. Oh, I've got a white van outside. I hope it's not me. The Amazon man going to knock, because the dog will go bonkers if it is. After you finish, you're saying blocking. It's telling you how to block even, which is quite good, you know. I mean, I think the book cost, I don't know how much it cost me. I think it cost me about £14. It was about £16 on Amazon, but I fuffed about, you know, looking through everywhere and got it off somewhere else. I think it was called Awesome Books or something. I got it for cheaper than that. So it's Savannah price, and it's retro crochet style. So if you're a lover of granny squares, and if you're brave enough to wear granny square shorts and trousers, you know, but I mean, I quite like the book actually. In fact, because she gives such good instructions. You know, so many pattern books, you pay a fortune for them, don't you? Especially single leaflets, when some of these designers want to charge you. I mean, one pattern I looked at, they wanted it £11. £11 for one pattern. Not a book. One single leaflet pattern. It was a nice leaflet pattern. I'm not going to say what it was. Not knocking it. But £11 for a pattern is rather expensive, isn't it? You know. So when you think you pay £14 and you get a whole book full, yeah. So I've got two little dogs here. They're both fast asleep. I don't know why they're sleeping. Probably because they had me up at crack of dawn this morning. I didn't get to sleep while late. That was my fault because I was listening to music and one thing and another. No, he's not coming here. He's getting in his little wagon and driving away. So he's not leaving me anything. He was supposed to be leaving me a parcel from Amazon, but he didn't. Wasn't for me, obviously. So they had me up 7:15 this morning, considering I didn't get to sleep till about 2. I was not very pleasant this morning. And then I couldn't get back to sleep again. You know, you think, I'll feed them. I'll let them out, feed them, then I'll get back in for another hour. Can you not? You can't nod off again, can you? Because I knew I had to go to the post office and it closed at lunchtime. So I knew I daren't fall asleep in case I overslept and left it too late to go to the post office. So Trixie has this habit of licking her paw. And when you try to go to sleep and all you can hear is lick, 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 it's like a habit with her. And he keeps saying, Trixie, don't do that. And he keeps, stop it, you know, don't do that. And then off she goes again. Yeah. Well, I had a text message from my son this morning saying, are you sure you don't want to emigrate to Spain? He said it's 21 degrees over here in November. I'm such a wuss about leaving this country. I really am, yeah. If I was younger, maybe I would have wanted to do it, but when you get to my age and state of health, you know, the NHS might get called a lot of names, but you're grateful for it if you live in the UK. You know, you're grateful for the eventual able to see somebody eventually. You have to wait sometimes, but eventually you'll see somebody. And I'm never quite sure about how the health system works in places like Spain. You know, whether you can get all the medications that you need or whether you have to buy them. I mean, I take so many medications without going into health issues, boring. But I take so many medications every single day that I'd be giving me pension away, you know, just to pay. And also, like, how do you get on? Because, I mean, I have disability living allowance just purely for mobility so that I can get about on my scooter. But what would happen with that? You know, do they do scooter hire in Spain? I don't know. I think I'll just stay here. I wouldn't mind, if I won the lottery, I wouldn't mind having a holiday home. Not necessarily in Spain, but somewhere warm. A holiday home. One of my friends has been discussing it, you know, buying a holiday home. I think she's thinking of Portugal. I said, oh, do that. I said, I'll get a passport and then I can come and visit. I think visiting would be enough for me, you know, just maybe a month or maybe a fortnight here and there, you know, just to stay warm in the winter for a change, yeah. I mean, I do watch Denise from Dear Designs, and her parents have moved to Spain, so her and her sister can pop over, you know, and stay with them. So I'm being nosy, they're painting the kitchen window across the room. I think I told you before she had a brand new kitchen and I'd love to know what it looks like. I'm nosy, my son says that. You're very nosy, mother. But you find out nothing if you're not nosy, do you? So I haven't got the fire lit as yet, and I haven't got the central heating on because today, touch wood, it's not actually that cold. I've been out and for once I didn't have to have my mittens on, but my hands are cold at the moment, yeah. So I'm going to go down, I'm making a stew for my tea tonight and however long it lasts. It's just some stewing beef with carrots, you know, onions, and I've got some mushrooms and potatoes. It'll just be like a stew. I just like stews with salt and pepper. I don't like any of this messing about. I don't like herbs in it. I don't like anything like that. Just salt and pepper. And gravy, of course. Can't cook a stew without your gravy, can you? So it's all chopped up and ready in the saucepan because I prefer that rather than the slow cooker. And I prefer it rather than the oven. Yeah, I'll just put it on the stove and simmer it, let's say, for quite a while, and that'll soften the. It's only a small amount of steak because I don't eat a lot of red meat. But, you know, considering I'll probably make it do 3 days, so there won't be an awful lot of meat in each portion. But I did my blood sugars this morning and they were awful, awful. I don't know why. Probably because I don't drink enough water. She did warn me about that. I actually googled what you should do if your blood sugars are high, and they did say drink a lot of water, so... And I don't think my son even bought me any more water. I'll have to have a look in the cupboard. If they bought me water, I'm fine, because I don't like the tap water here. Everybody says, oh, it tastes fine to me. It tastes of chlorine and bleach to me. It is nothing like. My niece phoned me up yesterday and she said they've opened 2 new restaurants in Prestwich. Oh, eateries, yeah. Oh my goodness me, how I miss that place. How I miss being able to pop out and go and get a snack, to go and get a coffee without going about 2 or 3 miles up the road that way or 2 or 3 miles down that way. And I can't get down to Cleveland's, down the seafront still. It's probably going to be all winter. That I have to go down the main road, which isn't good. I'm just laughing at Trixie. She was doing this enormous stretch there. She was going... She really is a funny little thing. They were rampaging about the front room last night, and I tried to do a little video of them. I put it on Instagram. And the minute I started getting the camera out, they stopped. You know, it's typical, isn't it? It's the same. Never work with animals and children, they say, don't they? It's true. Anyway, I'm going to go, and if you're on tonight, I'm on live, 9 o'clock my time, UK time. I'll be on live, having had my new stew for my dinner, which I hope I'm going to enjoy. So I will speak to you all very soon, so bye for now.